What's up, guys? In today's video, we're going to take a look at full self-driving beta version 10.2. After 10 months of waiting, I finally got it, and I want to give you guys my first impressions. I have not driven it, I have not ridden in a beta car, so I wanted to just be really raw and straightforward and just give you my first impressions. Let's go take a look at it. Alright, so here we are in the car, and here it is. There's all the release notes. Got to make sure you pay attention. So there it is. I'm going to, wow, it's kind of dark in here. Let me move you over here. So I'm going to get the camera set up, and we are going to go on our first drive, and I'm going to just be real with you guys. I'm going to tell you exactly what I think. I've had many chances to ride in beta cars. I've got many friends that have it, and I've been around those friends, and I've not ridden in a beta car on purpose. I wanted it on my car. I was supposed to get it back, and I was put in early access back in like January. I thought that I would get it January of 2021. Never got it, and just never got it until now. And now we're in the first part of October. So I just always wanted to experience it on my own with me driving the car. So here's my reaction, and let's get it set up and we'll go for a ride. All right, I hope everything's recording. Got a few different cameras set up here, and let's go for a ride after I put my seatbelt on. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick a couple of different locations. Like, I know there's one location with a roundabout that I want to go to, see how it does. And before we get started, real quick, you know, I want you guys to know this is an experience coming from somebody that I've owned a Tesla now for almost 4 years, and I've had autopilot, enhanced autopilot, and FSD on all my cars that I've had. You can look at some of my older videos. So I have a lot of experience with autopilot. I've been using it for a long time. So I'm curious to see how this is going to compare to regular autopilot. That's why I wanted to just get a fresh impression without driving in anybody else's car. I wanted to drive with it and just see. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pick a location here. Let's see here, and we're just going to go for a ride. And I know one of the roundabouts where I want to go is up here, and a lot of this, what I'm going to do is just forward through some of it. Let's see here. Well, it won't let me go there. Alright, let's see here. We're going to navigate up here.
Now turn left onto Ramona Avenue.
Oh, you know what? I'm such a moron. I forgot I didn't put all the settings in. You can see what I'm doing. I'm agreeing to everything. See how the view changed? Make sure everything's set. I'm going to do average lane change. So all this is the same. Okay. Alright, let's try this again. I completely forgot to enable FSD beta. I enabled it on my other car because I was going to drive it, and then I decided to actually drive, this is my wife's car. It's our black Model Y. And so I forgot I didn't, whoops. There we go. So let me go back to this. Where is it? And we're going to navigate up here. All right, it's setting the
Now
route.
turn left
It's only a
onto Ramona Avenue.
a few turns. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to forward through a lot of the straight part. If anything interesting happens, I'm going to stop the video. But here we go. Put it in drive. Let's see if it enables. I can't enable it yet. Make sure I'm not. So I'm in a neighborhood. Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. It's enabled. Wow, it's kind of going pretty quick.
Now turn right onto North Leonard Avenue.
All right, so let's see. It's creeping out. Making sure. Oh, that was pretty confident. I'm kind of surprised it saw around that wall. People have been saying about unprotected lefts, and it could have made a left turn there also. I'll have to try that again in another video. That was pretty interesting. I'll put my hand on the wheel before I get kicked out of autopilot jail. So the speed is not 25 miles an hour here. I don't know why it's registering that, so I'm going to speed it up. It should be 40, so I'm just manually raising it up. This is a lot of sensory overload, trying to just monitor everything.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Ashland Avenue.
So it looks like it's going to turn left up here at this red light.
Now turn left onto Ashland Avenue.
I mean, that's basically driving just like a human. That's impressive. And I'm probably going to say impressive a couple of times on this drive. I have a feeling. Because I have seen some videos of FSDBeta. Okay, here we go. So you don't have to click to confirm or anything like that. It just goes. I'm going to keep my hand on the wheel. Now it's saying speed is 50. I don't think that's right, so I'm going to slow down. I'm using the scroll wheels to slow down. I'm going to try not to use the accelerator or the brake at all, unless it just does something crazy. I'm not going to use it. I'm gonna try to let it go. I will use the scroll wheels though to speed up and slow down. Okay, it's gonna come up here and take a right.
In 500 feet, turn right onto D Wolf Avenue.
Huh. I didn't see it. Now there is a speed limit sign down there that says 50, but that's by a school. I don't think that speed limit's 50, so I think they're going to have to fix some of those kind of things with the speed limit. Okay, it's waiting. So now does it turn right if nobody's coming? Will it turn right on a red? It's creeping out. Yeah, there it goes. It actually gets up and goes pretty quick. So I'm going to slow down again. It says speed limit 45. I just want to be really careful here because we are on, by schools and whatnot. There's no real, everybody's in school right now, so there's not a lot going on, but I just want to be careful. Very, very windy outside. Today's like the wind, they said it's going to be like sustained 20 miles an hour wind. So this is why I want, you guys have seen me talk on Twitter. Oh, green light. I don't have to confirm it, it just goes. Wow. I can see, okay, I can already tell you how this is going to be really useful once you get used to it. Like I can see a lot of the OG beta testers, how they're so used to it because they've been using it for about a year. I can see how this will be very useful. I'm just being very cautious because obviously I've never used it, and it's a little, I won't say it's super stressful, but it's a little stressful just monitoring it, not sure what it can and can't do yet. I'm super comfortable with autopilot. So with autopilot, I don't even think about it. I mean, I'm so used to what it can do and what it can't do and the limitations. But this, you definitely have to monitor it more. I love how it stops at these stop signs. Man, the stoplights, and it just goes when it turns green. You don't have to hit the pedal or confirm anything. That's super awesome. But I can definitely see how this is going to be useful. But what I was going to say before I said that is typically this is how I drive. So that's one of the reasons that I hope that the Cybertruck has a round wheel option. Whether it's the right way or not, whatever. I mean, I'm a super safe driver. I know that. I'm not, you know, whatever. Tesla knows that because I have Tesla insurance, so they know how safe of a driver I am. But this is one of the reasons I don't like the yoke. Like, I wouldn't want to sit here like this. This is like, if I was on a track or if I was racing, yeah, I could see it. But I always drive like this. I rest, or if I am on autopilot, I'll rest my hand down here. Man, I love how confident this is. So I've got it set for 9 miles an hour over the speed limit. I might change that. For now, I'm gonna lower it myself, just until I feel comfortable with it, because, you know, this is beta software. We need to be very careful with what it can and can't do. And, you know, if people aren't, you know, if you're not familiar with autopilot and the limitations, I could see how you get in trouble, because there's a lot going on trying to monitor the red lights and make sure people aren't going to pull in front of you. And, you know, it's not super busy right now, which is one of the reasons I took it for the drive right now. I just got done with lunch, and I figured I would just go on a quick, you know, 30-minute ride or so to give you guys. Now we're coming up to a stop sign. It looks like, okay, so this is going to be interesting. We are coming up, okay, so this stop sign is just pretty easy. It should be easy. We'll find out. This is actually, I think, my first time doing like a multi-camera setup. I hope it works. I'm worried about this one being very wobbly, but it is what it is. Whatever it is what we're gonna get, and I hope you guys can hear me also. But it's let me slow this down a little bit. It's the only setup that I have, and I wasn't gonna hold my phone. By the way, for all you other FSD beta testers, if you're holding a phone, don't do that, because this is a lot to take in. I'm not saying you have to be a professional driver or anything, but it is a lot to take in. And if you're distracted trying to hold your phone, that's no bueno. That's super dangerous with the way this software is right now. So, you know, get a proper setup. Mount a GoPro back here if you don't want a multi-camera setup. I'm just doing this just because I can talk to the camera. It's the way I've done a lot of other videos. But I wanted this camera because I wanted you guys to be able to see what the car sees.
1,000 feet, turn left onto
because this is Tesla Vision. So now this intersection is going to be interesting because it's not an intersection, actually, it's a stop sign. So the traffic this way, there is no stop sign. And it's a pretty busy road. So what we're doing is we're going up to the stop sign, and we've got to turn left to get into this traffic. And it's, like I said, it's always pretty busy. So there's nobody behind me, so I want to let it go. I'm going to let it go and see if it's confident enough to pull out. And I'm a little nervous at the same time. I hope it doesn't do anything stupid. Now it's creeping up. I don't know why it's going so slow. I feel like it's stopping a little bit too far back for the stop sign. Now it's creeping out. Alright, it's got an option right now to go. Let's see if it goes. Hey, that's impressive, because that is exactly when I would have went in if I was driving. That's pretty cool. I feel like it just needs to, so when it went up to the stop sign, it was way too cautious. It could have kind of went up to the stop sign, stopped, and then maybe creep a little bit forward to you know, to see what's going on. But it saw those cars coming, and it pulled out in front of that car. Not dangerously. It was what I would have done, and it accelerated at a good rate. So that's freaking impressive. That it's doing this just by camera or by vision. No radars. It's just it's 8 cameras watching. Okay, let's see what it's going to do here, because it turns into, but I've got to turn right up here. So let's see what it's, okay, now it got in the left lane, and then it realized it needed to be in the right lane. Good thing there was nobody super close to me. It actually needs to get over one more lane to turn right up here, because up here is where that roundabout is. I'm going to turn the speed down a little bit again. that roundabout is up here to the right, and then we go down. I don't know how long my GoPro and how long this camera is going to last. If one of them cuts out, I'll just keep recording until I can't record anymore. So this is the boring part of the drive. So there's some traffic here. It's going to be interesting to see how aggressive it is to try to get over, because it needs to turn right up here pretty quickly. I mean, less than a quarter of a mile, and it knows it because it's on the nav. Let's see. Why is it not turning? It's not getting over. Okay, now it's getting over. Okay, it was pretty aggressive there. Okay, now is it going to get in the turning lane? Let's see. It's thinking about it. It's not sure. Yeah, it's a little confused. It did it, but it was kind of sketchy. It should have just got right over in that turning lane, and it showed the turning lane on my visualization. It's a hard word to say. So it did it, but it was kind of like a drunk 18-year-old doing it. So this is up here is where that roundabout is. We got to go through a couple of lights. Some traffic going on, which is good. I'm curious to see how it is in traffic. And the thing about our area is, or the nice thing I guess about our area for FSD, is it's all very squared. I mean, it's like a checkerboard. Everything is very flat, laid out. It's not a lot of craziness. So
the second exit.
I would think that FSDBeta would do really well in our area, which is one of the reasons I wanted to get it back in January when I got into early access. I wanted to get it, and I wanted to be one of the testers. I wanted to just test it, and because it was early, so this is a pretty easy area to test. So I would think, okay, here's the roundabout. I'm nervous. It's slowing down.
Now enter the roundabout and take the second exit.
It said now enter the roundabout and take the second exit. I don't know why it's hitting the brake. What is it doing? Okay, I had to take over there. It didn't know what it was doing. Huh. Okay, let me turn it back on. Yeah, that was a big fat fail. I don't know why I did that, and I don't know why the blinker is. Oh, because I'm going to be turning left up here. So what I'm going to do is I think what I'm going to do is turn around and go back. I'm going to go back that way. I want to go through that roundabout again and see what it does. All right, we're going to cancel that. We are going to go. I'm just going to pick up area over here.
Now make a U-turn at Meese Avenue.
Is it going to make a U-turn? Nope. I don't know why it did that. So I made a U-turn. Alright, I'm going to turn on FSDBeta again. I'm going to slow down. It's really confident going in this. Yeah, it wouldn't. Maybe it's because I didn't enable it before the U-turn. I don't know. I mean, I've seen.
Enter the roundabout and take the second.
All right, slow down, buddy.
Now enter the roundabout.
All right, here we go.
The second exit.
It's going in the roundabout. Let's see what it does. Oh, it's slamming on the brakes. It's being very cautious, so I think it's looking for people coming. Okay. That was actually pretty good. It sat back and it waited to see, who was coming or if anybody was coming. I don't know why it failed the first time. That's interesting. Let's see here. So we're about 19 minutes in or so. We're going to go over here. We're going to go over to the Sierra Vista Mall.
Drive south on North Temperance Avenue
But I
for
want to go.
2.4
I wish I could
miles.
change the route. Yeah, I'm going to select a different area. I'm just kind of randomly selecting. No, that's not what I want to do. Will it automatically reroute me? Let's see. No.
1,000 feet. Turn
I don't want to do that.
left onto Fur Avenue.
Sorry, I'm confusing people, I'm sure.
Drive south on North Temperance Avenue for 1.3.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to make some turns and whatnot, but it's hard to get it to go where I want it to go. Because it's just, like I said, you can see everything's a checkerboard here. So it's really hard to try to find, somewhere that's different. I'm trying to look at the roads. See how they're all, so it's just going to go down and turn. But I'll set it and we'll do that. And I'll just forward through some of this if it's just going to go straight, the boring areas. We're coming up on a stoplight. I love how smooth it is with the stoplights. I feel like it's better than it was with what I had before with the just regular, FSD city streets or whatever. So what is it? FSD. It's not city streets. What is it? Where you have to confirm with the green light and you have to hit the accelerator or whatever. This is nice because you really can just sit here. You don't have to confirm anything. It just goes. Change the speed limit here. I really like that. That's super convenient. I'm already starting to, what I'm noticing is I'm already starting to relax a little bit. At first it's like, you're a little like I said, sensory overload. You're just trying to monitor everything, but now I'm starting to feel like I can relax a little bit and kind of enjoy it. We're coming up on another. Okay, so we're going to take a right up here. Like I said, this whole area, is it going to turn or is it? All right, to me that's way too wide of a right and way too hard of a brake. I mean, it did it, but it was kind of not very smooth. So it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a weird, I don't know what this is up here, so we're just going to go with it and see. All right, I'm going to slow down again. It moved over here. I guess because I'm going to be turning left. But it doesn't need to get over in the left lane yet. So that's a little bit of a, let's see if I can change the autopilot settings. Here we go. I'm going to change it to like 5 miles an hour over. That'll make me feel more comfortable. I really like this. I love because I didn't really use, honestly, the FSD on city streets that much with all the confirmations. Because, it was kind of a pain. You're just going straight. But this seems way, I don't know why it's deciding to get over here. It seems way more confident, which I like. I didn't use, I did like the chime you know, whenever the green light chime, so if you're stopped at a stoplight and the green light, it turns green, it'll ding, it'll chime to let you know the light's green in case you're, you know, not paying attention or kissing your wife or whatever. I do like this. I like this a lot better. It's just, it's relaxing because I'm paying attention, but I'm not concerned about whether the light's turning green or not. I'm really more paying attention to what's going on around me. Like if there's anybody gonna smash into my rear, or if, you know, like as I go through the intersection, is anybody running the intersection? Like those kind of things. I'm not really paying attention to whether the light turns green. So if you can see over here, if I was turning right here, you can see how people get over to turn right. Well, back there, FSDBeta didn't do that, and it should. So if I run across that again, I probably should have taken a snapshot of that. I don't know, it doesn't say that it's a turn lane, so I don't know legally what you're supposed to do, but it's a dotted line, so you can get over there. It's like a bike lane / turn lane. It should get over so people can keep going straight. But it didn't do that back there, so we'll see what it continues to do on the rest of this drive. See, now I'm driving with my hand down here because it's easier to control the nags. You just kind of put a little bit of pressure. So I have no idea what this is going to look like.
In 1,000
It's saying I gotta turn left
onto Sunnyside Avenue, then turn right onto.
But I'm in the right lane, and I need to be in that lane. And there's a cop behind me. So let's oh, he's letting me over. I'm gonna let FSDBeta go and let's see what it does. Hopefully the cop doesn't give me a ticket. Hopefully the cop doesn't give FSDBeta a ticket.
Now turn left onto Sunnyside Avenue.
Alright, it's going. The cop stayed back there, so it's not turning left. That was pretty smooth, all things considered. Okay, here we go. We're turning left. There's a car right there, so it's making sure. It's a little sketchy.
Now turn right onto Bullard Avenue.
Oh, this must be where I selected. I have no idea where this is. Alright, so we're gonna go down here and turn around.
Now your destination is on the left.
It's I have to say it's very cool. It's definitely not perfect, but it is very, very cool so far. So there's not a lot of people here. I'm just gonna pull over and I'm gonna pick another navigation and let it navigate me out of here. Let's see, where do we want to go here? Let's pick what road is this? Is that we're gonna navigate over. Let's go to No Surrender Amusement Park. And that'll be our final.
Now turn left onto Bullard Avenue.
Let's see here. Oh, it's trying to. I'm gonna have to turn around. Make sure nobody's. This is kind of by a park. It's wanting me to go back the other way because I guess
now
not.
Turn right
Doesn't want me to navigate
Avenue.
through that neighborhood. All right, now let's see if it gives me the. We're in. I'm turning right here. So this road has no.
500 feet. Turn
See
right
if it's going to get over a little bit.
Avenue.
There's no lane lines at all. It's just wide open. And there's enough room for somebody to go over here. I feel like it should get over a little bit to the
Now
right,
turn
but
right onto Sunnyside
yeah,
Avenue.
it's a little bit too far over this way. But it's not terrible. Let's see what it's going to do here. Okay, there's some traffic coming. I'm going to make sure that I can take over because I am nervous again. Let's see what it does here. It's just waiting. I mean, there's a lot of traffic coming. Is it going to try to bolt out there? I hope not. Oh, see the bicycle? Showed the guy on the bicycle. That was pretty cool. Alright, it should go. Wait, it sees a person. Wow. It didn't go. Now, I don't know if it's going to go, if it's just... Okay, now it's going, it's creeping. Go. Go. You can go. Whoa. Yeah, it kind of, when it goes, it goes. It's very, very cautious, which is good. I mean, you know, if it could have ran right into that lady that walked right in front of me. I wasn't even paying attention. I was looking at the traffic, and then all of a sudden she bolted out, and I didn't even see her. I mean, I wasn't going to go, but I was on the brake to make sure that I could take control. Let's see what it's going to do here. So it looks like we're going straight for a little ways. So we're going through another light. I love that I don't have to hover my foot over the accelerator to go. Now that was a little too cautious. But I, you know, at this point I would rather it be cautious. I mean, it makes sense. They don't want anything bad to happen, which is why I'm glad that it did what it did back there with the girl when I was watching the bike, and then the girl walked across. You guys got to see it live, which is why I wanted to do this video. I wanted a real world, just raw, just see what I thought about it. So this is going to be interesting. It's going to go in here. I didn't realize this was all going to be kind of straight. So that camera just turned off. Yeah, that camera only lasts like 30 minutes. So we're gonna have to go with this camera now. But unfortunately you guys can't see what's going on. I should have brought my other battery, but I didn't. But I think at this point, I got a pretty good sense of what it's capable of. Right now it's just creeping up as people are turning right at this intersection. It was just creeping up. You know, I could probably pull you guys down and put you right here for this last little bit. But I can't do it right now. So we're just going across an intersection, and then up here it's going to turn right into a parking lot, which is where what I selected, no surrender, is. It's I mean, it's driving through this area very confidently. It's
In 500 feet, turn right.
It's impressive. It really is. I mean, is my mind blown? Well, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Okay, now it's slowing down to turn right. Let's see what it does. I'm letting it go. That's good.
In 500
That was
feet,
pretty confident.
your destination
All right,
line on the
we're here.
right.
So what I'll do is I'm going to remount you up here, and then we're going to drive back to get the rest of the video, and then we'll talk at the end. Alright, we're going to go there. See
In
what it's going to do.
500 feet, turn
Okay, we got a
right
couple of
onto Sierra
turns.
Vista Parkway.
So, okay, this is interesting. So I'm in a parking lot. I don't know if you can see, but I'm in a parking lot of basically like a little small mall. It's letting me navigate this, giving me the option to set autopilot, and it's showing everything down here. So I'm gonna wait for this car, and let's see what it does. Here we go. What in the world are you doing? That was this little confused. All right, a little drunk there. It doesn't know. What is it? I'm not sure. Whoa, don't curb my wheel. All right. Yeah, that's not good. All right, I'm gonna pull out here, and then I'll let it take over. So as you can see, it was a little dicey there. You got to make sure you pay attention all the time. So this is a good little intersection here. There's not much traffic though, but it pulls out. Now some cars are coming, but is it gonna go? Nope, it's stopping. I almost feel like it went almost too far out. All right, go. Should have been a little bit more confident when it did that. And now it's getting over in the right lane.
Now turn right onto Sierra.
I really hope you guys are still able to hear me. I'm sure you will, but because the cabin's pretty quiet. So it's creeping out. There's nobody. There's a car coming pretty far back there. And here we go. So now it's going to go down here. It should turn left.
In 500 feet.
Right on cue.
Onto Gettysburg Avenue.
It's getting in the left lane. That was good.
Now turn left onto Gettysburg Avenue.
I can definitely see where it's going to have some issues in parking lots, because it's probably still learning those things and still training. But I think it's important that we test it there too, because I mean, if we want a full self-driving car, it's going to have to navigate, you know, those areas. So it's good testing. I really like how the visualization looks. It's really cool, and it's improved a lot, you know, in a year from what I've seen, you know, in other videos. All right, we're green. Feels like it's okay. It's not bad. You know, though, the thing is now we're gonna go straight for a little bit here. The thing about this is what's cool about it is it's literally only using the cameras. Like, it's just like us. I mean, that's amazing that it can process all that information and make the right decisions, even though it's cautious. I have no doubt. Make sure this guy's not gonna pull out in front of me. I have no doubt that it's going to get better. Now, here's one thing I am noticing when it's coming up to the lights. So versus the version that I had before I got FSDBeta 10, version 10, I was on the latest software, and I don't feel like, I felt like it would go too hard into a stoplight, and then it would kind of hit the brakes really hard. It's a lot smoother going up. I mean, that feels like how I would approach a red light. I'm pretty cautious. You know, I use a lot of regen. I don't use my brakes hardly at all. I just realized I can see you guys in the rearview mirror, which is cool because I can look at you. So I feel like that is really good. It's not. I don't feel like it's too cautious, and I don't feel like it's too aggressive. I feel like it's just right. This is actually super relaxing. Like these kind of, with these stoplights and all, I mean, literally just sit back and relaxing. I mean, like going to the grocery store, going to, you know, the movies, or just riding around town. Dude, this is awesome. You know, and I realized, like I said, this is our area. That was perfect. It didn't stop. It just kind of slowed down, and then it turned green and kept going. You know, I realized this is not an area like Chicago or New York. You know, those areas are going to be more challenging. But this is super cool. I wasn't sure what I was going to think about it, honestly. I was, because my hopes have been built up so much, because I wanted it, you know, 10 months ago, and I wanted to be one, you know, to help test it and all that, and I still am helping, obviously, test it. So now we're going to turn right here. So it needs to be in that lane. Whoa, good Lord, that was aggressive. So that could have been a lot smoother, for sure. It just kind of jumped into the right lane as soon as it saw. Now, it could have gone 3 times now. This is where I say it's too cautious. So it's going up, it's looking, it's still cautious, like it's still not turning. I mean, I could have turned 4 or 5 times. But, you know, I understand it's being cautious. I love how it's putting the turn signal on. Awesome. That is super awesome. But, you know, I understand that they've got to be cautious about, you know, the rollout and whatnot. And I wanted to be able to test it and all that. And, you know, I was worried I was going to be really let down. I can tell you this. For all of you wondering, I'm not let down. Is it mind-blowing? Yeah, it's mind-blowing in the sense that I can't. It's crazy to think that this car is driving itself with just cameras. Because if you think back, just try to remember and think back to a year ago. Well, actually, I'll think back 3 years ago when I first started driving with autopilot. And I said this on Clubhouse. When I first started using autopilot 4 years ago, my mind was blown. It was truly blown because I could not believe a car was navigating its, you know, in the lane and all that. You look where we've come now. The freaking car is reading the turn, the signal. It's making a turn. It's staying in the lane. It's confident. That's how I would make the turn. That is pretty mind-blowing. Because, and that's why it's hard to put it into words because we're so used to, you know, autopilot now. We're so used to these cars doing crazy stuff that it's hard to be impressed anymore, right? And that's why I think we have to be very careful. Not careful. Okay, it's a yellow light. That's perfect, man. I mean, it slowed down perfect. This is way better than the software I was on before. I'll have to look it up. I'll try to find what software version I was on before. Hopefully I can find it. But it was the one basically that was the up-to-date before I just got this FSDBeta. The car is way more confident in that kind of stuff. With the city streets, I mean, I haven't touched the accelerator. I haven't touched the brake. I'm just kind of sitting back, monitoring it. It's staying within my 5 miles an hour over the speed limit. Typically, I'll run it, if I'm on the highway, I'll run it 9 miles an hour over the speed limit, typically. But on city streets, I feel like that's too fast. So, you know, you can control it here. All right, we're coming up to another green light here. See if it's going to turn. No. See, it didn't slam on the brakes. It knew it could make it at the yellow light. That's awesome. That's freaking perfect. So it's going to let this guy up here go in front of us. It slowed down actually a little bit to let him go. And it also slowed down because the speed limit's 45 because the school's not in session. Typically it's 25. So that is really cool. I'm very impressed. I'm going to wrap up the drive now, and I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts. So stick with me. All right, so I just got back to the house, and what do I think? I said a lot during the drive. Just to wrap it up, I'm very impressed. Is it worth $10,000, which is the price right now, or the subscription? I would say it is. I mean, it just depends. You know, what's important to you. I love testing these things kind of early and being on the forefront. Like, that's why one of the reasons I had one of the first Model 3s. I mean, there was a lot of little things that were, you know, that needed to be fixed and dealing with quirkiness in software and whatnot with the first Model 3s. But I think it's worth it. I think it's very, very cool. Am I blown away? In some sense, yes. In some sense, I am blown away. You know, like I said, but I think my mind being blown is kind of squashed by me being so familiar with these cars driving. I think that, here's what I think. A person that has never been in a Tesla, or driven on autopilot, their minds are going to be blown. period. And I plan on taking some friends on some drives just to get their reaction. Let me know down in the comments, would you guys want me to take some friends on a drive and see their reaction? I mean, would that be interesting to you guys? Do you want me to record any more FSD beta drives? There's so many people doing FSD beta videos. I don't want to just do them just to do them. But if you guys are interested in hearing my thoughts, I'll definitely record them if you guys are interested in it. But I'm thinking about taking some friends on drives that have never been in Teslas or really experienced autopilot. I think that'll be very interesting because to those people, it is going to be mind-blowing. And in a sense, it is mind-blowing to me that the cameras can record and they can use pure vision to drive like this car is driving. When you really think about it and how all that information it is processing, that is pretty crazy. So that's my first thoughts. I mean, that's as raw as it gets. That was my first drive with FSD Beta version 10.2. You guys got the good, bad, and ugly. You saw it all. Is it perfect? No. I started relaxing more toward as the drive went along. A lot of it is because I'm trying to give commentary. You know, I'm thinking about what's going on. I was thinking about hitting the little record button that, you know, if it does something wrong, you can hit the record button. And I was going to try to do that, but I was so worried about talking to you guys and paying attention to what was going on, I didn't hit the record button. So when I'm not recording, I think I'll be much more apt to remember to hit that because I do want to help improve the software where it can get out nationwide and everybody can experience it because it is pretty fascinating what Tesla is able to do with FSD. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want to buy a Tesla, you can buy a Tesla. I don't even think they're doing the referral program anymore. But if you want to try to use my link, it's ts.la/Mark MARC 57969. But go buy one. I mean, they're great vehicles. You will not find a better vehicle. And I am not. You can ask people on Twitter. In a sense, I am a fanboy because I love Tesla, but I am one that always calls it like I see it. If I think that Tesla's in the wrong, I will say something because nobody's perfect, me included, and sometimes I'm wrong, and I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong. And but you know, I am opinionated, and I give my opinion, and I hope that's what you guys appreciate on this channel, is I give you guys my opinion, and whether it's right or wrong, it's my opinion. It's the way that I really believe at the time. And so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and maybe there's more FSD videos to come, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye.